Welcome to this peaceful journey through learning Roblox skills. Get comfortable, relax, and let's ease into the world of game creation together. Fact number 1. Download Roblox Studio from roblox.com/create for instant access to all tools. There's something wonderfully simple about this first step. Just type roblox.com/create into your browser, and there it is. The download button, waiting for you. It's completely free. Professional game development tools, the same ones used to create games played by millions, ready for anyone to use. The download is surprisingly quick, usually just a few minutes. And once installed, you have everything. Every tool, every feature that professional Roblox developers use. No premium version to unlock, no hidden fees, just pure creative potential. Fact number 2. Use the Start Creating button to launch a baseplate immediately. When you open Roblox Studio, you might expect complexity and overwhelming options. But instead, there's beautiful simplicity. A button that says Start Creating. Click it, and within seconds, you're looking at a baseplate. A simple, flat, green platform floating in a blue sky. It's like a blank canvas, but less intimidating. The baseplate is already three-dimensional, already a world. You can rotate around it, zoom in and out. No lengthy setup, no complex configuration. Many successful Roblox games started with nothing more than this simple green square. Fact number 3. Publish your first test place within 10 minutes to see it live. You don't need to spend hours building before seeing your creation come to life. Within your first 10 minutes, you can publish. Just go to File, click Publish to Roblox, give your place any name, and suddenly it exists. It's real. It's on the Roblox platform. You can close Studio, open Roblox on your phone or browser, and there it is. Your place, your creation. Even if it's just that green baseplate, it's yours and published. 10 minutes from opening the software to having a published game. Fact number 4. Set your workspace to a simple obby or racing template to practice mechanics. If a blank baseplate feels too blank, Roblox Studio has templates. Simple templates that give you structure without overwhelming you. An obby template gives you a series of platforms to jump across. It's already set up and functional. You can play it immediately, then look at how it's built, change colors, move things around. The racing template is equally peaceful to explore. A track, some checkpoints, maybe a few obstacles. These templates help you understand how things work. You can modify everything, delete what you don't want, add what you do. Fact number 5. Enable Team Create early to get feedback fast. There's a feature waiting for when you're ready to share. Team Create. It's in the View menu. Just a simple checkbox. Enable Team Create. When you do, anyone you invite can join your game while you're building it. In real time. You can see their cursor moving, placing objects, making changes. It's collaboration without complexity. You don't need to send files back and forth or merge changes. It just works, and you can enable it early, even when you're not sure you're ready. Getting feedback fast can transform your learning. You're not alone with your baseplate anymore. Fact number 6. Save every 5 minutes with Ctrl+S to avoid losing progress. It's easy to get lost in the flow of creation, placing blocks, adjusting colors, building your vision. Then maybe your computer crashes and hours of work vanish. But there's a beautiful rhythm you can develop. Every 5 minutes, press Ctrl and S together. 2 keys. Half a second. Each time you do it, you're protecting your creativity. After a while, it becomes automatic. You place objects, Ctrl+S. You adjust properties, Ctrl+S. You test something, come back, Ctrl+S. It's a small habit that brings enormous peace of mind. Every 5 minutes, your game is safe. Fact number 7. Test in play mode with F5 early, not after everything is built. Testing isn't the final step. It's every step. When you press F5 in Roblox Studio, you're no longer looking at your game from outside. You're inside it. You're a player. Your cursor becomes your character, and you can walk, jump, and interact with everything you've built. If you wait until everything is finished to test, you might discover problems when it's too late to fix them easily. But if you test early and constantly, you catch things right away. That platform you built, is it too far to jump to? Press F5 and try it. Testing early transforms building from stressful to calm. Fact number 8. Use dummies with rig and R15 so you don't need friends online. Sometimes you want to test how your game looks with multiple players, but friends aren't available. Maybe it's late at night and everyone's asleep. Roblox Studio thought of this. In the Model tab, there's an option called Rig. Click it, and a menu appears with R15 and R6 options. These are dummy characters, mannequins. They don't move on their own, but they stand there, showing you what a player would look like in your space. You can place them anywhere, position them however you want. Testing a race? Place dummies at the starting line. Building a hangout? Scatter dummies around to see if the space feels right. Fact number 9. Background music from the toolbox boosts immersion instantly. A game without sound is missing something essential, but finding copyright-free music can feel overwhelming. Roblox Studio solves this completely. Open the toolbox from the View menu. Click on the Audio section. Thousands of music tracks and sound effects appear, all free to use, all safe, all ready. You can preview them right there in Studio. A peaceful piano melody, an upbeat adventure theme, mysterious ambient sounds, whatever fits your game's mood. Just drag it into your workspace, adjust a few properties, and suddenly your game has a soundtrack. What felt empty now feels alive. What felt basic now feels professional. Fact number 10. Celebrate small wins and publish every tiny game. Every game you publish, no matter how small, is an achievement worth celebrating. That baseplate with just a few colored blocks? Publish it. That simple obby with 3 platforms? Publish it. That test place where you were just learning how spawns work? Publish it. Each publication is proof that you created something, that you moved from imagination to reality. Don't wait for perfection. Publish the tiny games, the experimental games, the test games. Each one teaches you something. Each one adds to your learning. And each one is a celebration that you're a creator now. Publish often, celebrate quietly, and know that every small step moves you forward. Let your mind rest on these ideas as we gently transition. More peaceful Roblox knowledge awaits.
Segment 2. Mastering the interface. Welcome back to our peaceful journey. Let's continue learning together as you relax deeper into comfort. Fact number 11. Home tab handles 80% of daily actions. When you look at the top of Roblox Studio, you'll see several tabs. Home, Model, View, and others. But the Home tab is special. It's where you'll spend most of your time. Almost everything you need for building is right here. The Select tool, Move, Scale, Rotate. The ability to insert parts and models. Play and stop buttons for testing. Undo and redo. It's beautifully organized, putting the most important tools right at your fingertips. You could build entire games using only what's in the Home tab. This is intentional design. Roblox Studio respects your workflow by making the essential tools easily accessible. Whenever you feel lost or can't find something, return to Home. Chances are what you need is waiting there. Fact number 12. Pin Home, Model, and View for faster navigation. At the top of Studio, you can customize which tabs stay visible. Right-click on any tab and you'll see Pin and Unpin options. Keep Home, Model, and View pinned. These 3 tabs cover most of your building needs. Home for basic actions, Model for inserting objects and terrain, View for opening important windows like Explorer and Properties. By pinning them, they stay accessible with one click. You're not scrolling through tabs trying to remember where something is. It's a small customization that makes your workspace feel organized and personal. Your studio arranged your way. Fact number 13. Customize quick access toolbar with Undo, Save, Play. Look at the very top left of Studio above all the tabs. There's a small toolbar with just a few icons. This is your quick access toolbar and you can customize it. Right-click on any command in any tab and select Add to Quick Access Toolbar. Add Undo, Save, and Play here. These 3 actions you'll use constantly. Having them always visible, always one click away regardless of which tab you're on, is incredibly efficient. It's like having your most used tools in your pocket instead of in a drawer across the room. Set this up once and benefit from it forever. Fact number 14. Learn Ctrl plus Z, Ctrl plus Y, and F on day 1. 3 keyboard shortcuts will become as natural as breathing. Ctrl plus Z undoes your last action. Made a mistake. Ctrl plus Z. Deleted something accidentally. Ctrl plus Z. It's instant forgiveness for any error. Ctrl plus Y is redo, bringing back what you just undid. And F, simple F, focuses your camera on whatever you have selected. Lost in your world. Select something in Explorer, press F, and your camera zooms right to it. These 3 shortcuts save countless hours over time. They transform awkward mouse navigation into smooth, flowing creation. Practice them tonight. Undo, redo, focus. Let them sink into muscle memory. Fact number 15. Adjust camera sensitivity to move 2x faster. In File, go to Studio Settings, then Camera. You'll find Camera Speed Settings. The default is fine, but if you increase it, everything becomes faster and smoother. Moving through your world, zooming in and out, orbiting around objects. Some builders double their camera speed. Others prefer it even faster. It's personal preference, but the option is there. Faster camera means less time navigating and more time creating. Less waiting for your view to catch up with your thoughts. Try different speeds until you find what feels right. Your workspace should move at the speed of your imagination. Fact number 16. Use WSD to fly and right-click drag to orbit. Moving your camera in Studio is intuitive once you know the controls. Hold right-click and drag your mouse to rotate the camera view. It orbits around, showing you different angles. While holding right-click, press WSD keys. W moves forward, S moves back, A moves left, D moves right. You're flying through your creation like a bird. Want to move up and down? Hold right-click and press E to go up, Q to go down. These controls feel natural after just a few minutes of practice. You're not fighting the interface anymore. You're gliding through your world, seeing it from every angle, completely in control. Fact number 17. Explorer shows hierarchy, expand workspace first. On the right side of Studio is the Explorer window. Shows everything in your game as a tree structure. At the top level, you'll see Workspace, which is where all visible objects live. Click the little arrow next to Workspace to expand it. Inside, you'll see your baseplate, any parts you've added, terrain, everything physical in your game. The Explorer is your map of reality. Every object exists somewhere in this hierarchy. Spend time here, clicking arrows, expanding and collapsing sections. Understanding the Explorer means understanding how your entire game is organized. It's peaceful, methodical knowledge. Fact number 18. Use Explorer Search to find buried objects instantly. As your game grows, the Explorer fills with objects. Hundreds of parts, models, scripts. Finding something specific becomes challenging. But there's a search box at the top of Explorer. Click it and type any part of an object's name. Instantly, Explorer filters to show only matching items. Looking for that door you created yesterday. Type door and it appears. Can't remember where you put that script. Type script and all scripts highlight. The search function is like a flashlight in a dark room. Everything becomes visible. Everything becomes findable. No more scrolling endlessly through lists. Fact number 19. Properties panel updates live, edit size and color here. Next to Explorer is the Properties panel. Select any object, and Properties fills with every detail about it. Size, position, color, material, transparency, dozens of options. And here's the beautiful part. Changes happen instantly. Adjust the size X value and watch the object grow in real time. Change brick color and see it shift to a new color immediately. The Properties panel is direct manipulation of reality. No waiting, no confirming, just instant feedback. You think it, you type it, it happens. This immediacy makes experimentation feel safe. Try something, see the result, adjust or undo. Creation becomes conversation between you and your world. Fact number 20. Output window logs errors. Check it after every test. At the bottom of Studio, there's a window called Output. It might seem boring at first, just text scrolling by. But this window is your debugging companion. When something doesn't work, when a script fails, when an object can't be found, output tells you why. After pressing F5 to test your game, look at output. Any red text means an error occurred. Read the message. It often tells you exactly what went wrong and even which line of code caused the problem. Output is honest feedback. Doesn't judge, it just informs. Checking it regularly is like having a helpful friend who points out issues before they become bigger problems. Make it a habit. Test, check output, fix, test again. Peaceful iteration toward perfection. Let these interface concepts settle gently in your mind. More peaceful knowledge awaits in the next segment. Segment 3: Building Fundamentals. Let's continue our peaceful exploration of Roblox creation. Breathe slowly and let these building concepts flow through your mind. Fact number 21. Start with basic parts. Block for platforms, wedge for ramps. In the Home tab or Model tab, you'll find the Part button. Click it and a menu appears showing different shapes. The two most important are block and wedge. Blocks are simple rectangular shapes, perfect for floors, walls, platforms, basically everything. Most of what you see in Roblox games starts as blocks. Wedges are triangular, sloped on one side. They're perfect for ramps, roofs, or angled surfaces. These two shapes, just these two, can build almost anything. A house. Blocks for walls, wedges for the roof. An obstacle course. Blocks for platforms, wedges for ramps. Start simple. Master blocks and wedges before worrying about other shapes. They're the foundation of all Roblox building. Fact number 22. Select Tool plus drag to move. Hold Control for nudges. When you have the Select tool active, click any part to select it. Then just click and drag to move it around your world. It's intuitive and immediate. But sometimes you need precision. Small adjustments, tiny movements. That's where control comes in. Hold down Control while dragging, and your part moves in small increments called nudges. Instead of sweeping movements, you get careful, controlled positioning. This is perfect for lining things up exactly right, for making sure platforms are precisely spaced, for that final polish on your builds. Big movements with regular drag, fine-tuning with control held down. 2 techniques, 1 tool, complete control. Fact number 23. Scale tool, hold Shift for uniform resizing. Press S or click the Scale tool. Handles appear on your selected part showing you can resize it. Drag any handle and that dimension changes. Make it longer, wider, taller. But here's the secret. Hold Shift while dragging. Suddenly, all dimensions scale together proportionally. Your part gets bigger or smaller while maintaining its shape. This is crucial when you want something twice as large but don't want it to look stretched or squashed. Shift keeps everything balanced, everything proportional. It's the difference between scaling and stretching. One creates harmony, the other creates distortion. Remember Shift, and your scaled objects always look intentional. Fact number 24. Rotate tool, use 45-degree increments for symmetry. Press R or click Rotate. Circles appear around your part. Drag them to spin your object any direction. Free rotation is useful, but there's something satisfying about clean angles. By default, rotation snaps to increments, often 45 degrees. This means you can easily create perfectly angled builds. A platform rotated exactly 45 degrees for a diagonal challenge. A roof rotated exactly 90 degrees to face a different direction. These clean angles create visual harmony. Everything feels intentional, measured, designed. You can turn off rotation snapping if you need precise custom angles, but those 45-degree increments will serve you well in most builds. Symmetry is calming. Let your rotations reflect that. Fact number 25. Turn on grid snapping at 4 studs for clean builds. In the Model tab, you'll see settings for grid snapping. A stud is Roblox's basic unit of measurement, like an inch or centimeter. Setting your grid to 4 studs means every time you move something, it snaps to a 4-stud grid. Parts line up automatically. Gaps disappear. Your builds look professional and intentional because everything aligns to an invisible structure. 4 studs is a good default, large enough to build quickly but small enough for detail. You can adjust this anytime. Building something massive. Use 8 or 16 stud grids. Need precision detail. Drop to 1 or 2 studs. The grid is your friend, your invisible guide to clean construction. Fact number 26. Lock parts to prevent accidental movement. Sometimes you build something perfect. A detailed structure, a carefully positioned platform. Something you don't want to accidentally move. Right-click the part in Explorer and select Lock. Now it's frozen. You can't select it, can't move it, can't accidentally delete it. It's protected. This is wonderful when you're working on complex builds with many pieces. Lock the foundation so you can work on details without worrying. Lock the walls so you can focus on furniture. When you need to edit locked parts, just right-click and unlock. It's a simple toggle that prevents frustrating mistakes. Lock what's finished, work on what's next, build with confidence. Fact number 27. Group parts into models with Ctrl+G for organization. Select multiple parts by holding Ctrl and clicking each one, or drag a selection box around them. Then press Ctrl+G. All those parts become one model. In Explorer, they're nested together under a single entry. Now when you move one, they all move together. When you copy one, you copy the entire group. Models are how you organize complexity. A car made of 20 parts becomes one model called car. A house made of 50 parts becomes one model called house. Your Explorer stays clean. Your workflow stays efficient. Models are folders for physical objects, keeping everything organized and manageable. Fact number 28. Anchor parts so they don't fall. By default, parts obey physics. If they're not supported, they fall. This is usually fine, but sometimes you want a platform floating in the air, or a decoration hanging from nothing. Select the part and look in Properties. Find a checkbox called Anchored. Check it. Now that part is locked in space. Gravity doesn't affect it. Other objects can collide with it, but it won't move. Most platforms in obby games are anchored. Most decorative elements are anchored. Anchoring is the difference between a falling mess and a stable world. Build your foundations, anchor them, and build with certainty that everything stays where you put it. Fact number 29. Union parts to create custom shapes. Sometimes you need shapes that don't exist in the basic parts menu. A curved archway, a hollow box, something unique. Select 2 or more parts that overlap. Then in the Model tab, click Union. The parts merge into one custom shape. Where they overlapped, they become solid together. This is how advanced builders create custom assets. A cylinder and a block unioned create a capsule shape. 3 wedges unioned create a pyramid. You can also use negate to subtract shapes, cutting holes and creating hollow spaces. Union and negate are sculpting tools, letting you craft exactly what you imagine from simple building blocks. Fact number 30. Terrain editor builds landscapes in minutes. In the Home tab, click the Terrain button. A new editor opens with powerful tools. The Generate tool creates entire landscapes instantly. Mountains, hills, valleys, plains. Choose your biome, set the size, click Generate. Seconds later, you have a natural landscape. The Region tools let you add or remove terrain. Paint grass, sand, water, rocks, snow. Sculpt hills with the Add tool. Carve rivers with the Subtract tool. Smooth rough edges with the Smooth tool. What would take hours placing individual parts takes minutes with terrain. It's landscape creation at the speed of thought. Experiment late at night when the world is quiet, shaping peaceful valleys and gentle hills. Rest now with these building fundamentals settling into your understanding. More knowledge awaits when you're ready. Segment 4. Introduction to Scripting. Let's explore the peaceful world of making your games interactive through simple scripting. Fact number 31. Put scripts in Server Script Service for game logic. When you're ready to add code to your game, look in Explorer for a folder called Server Script Service. This is where most of your game scripts live. Right-click it and insert a script. This script runs on the server, meaning it controls game logic that affects all players. Things like round systems, scoring, spawning enemies, game rules. Keeping scripts organized in Server Script Service makes your game manageable. You always know where to find your code. It's not scattered randomly through parts and models. Everything important lives in one place, waiting for you to open and edit it. Fact number 32. Always start with print hello world. When you open a new script, it's empty and maybe intimidating. Start with something simple. Type print, then parentheses, then quotes with hello world inside. It looks like this. Print hello world in quotes. Press F5 to test your game. Look at the output window at the bottom. There it is. Hello world. Your script ran. Your code executed. This simple line proves everything works. It's the traditional first step in programming, and there's wisdom in tradition. From hello world you can build anything. It's proof that you can write code that runs. Let that confidence settle in. Fact number 33. Output window is your best debugging tool. We mentioned output before, but it deserves emphasis here in scripting. When your code doesn't work, output tells you why. Red text means errors. It shows you which line failed and often explains what went wrong. But output is also for communication. Use print statements liberally. Print when a function starts, print variable values, print when conditions are met. These messages help you understand what your code is doing. They're like leaving breadcrumbs through your logic. When something breaks, follow the prints in output. See where they stop. That's where the problem lives. Output is patient, honest, and always there to help. Fact number 34. Use touched events to detect interactions. One of the most useful things in Roblox scripting is detecting when players touch objects. Every part has a touched event. In a script inside or connected to a part, you can write code that listens for this event. When something touches the part, your code runs. This is how you create pressure plates, collectible items, teleporters, damage zones, anything interactive. The syntax is simple. Get the part, access its touched event, connect a function. That function receives information about what touched it. You can check if it was a player, then do something. Open a door, add points, play a sound. Touched events transform static builds into interactive experiences. Fact number 35. Kill brick script resets players instantly. Here's a practical example that combines what we've learned. Create a part, maybe color it red as a warning. Add a script inside it. In that script, use the touched event. When something touches the part, check if it's a player's character. If it is, find their humanoid and set its health to 0. The player instantly resets and respawns. This is called a kill brick, and it's used in countless obbies for lava, spikes, or danger zones. It's maybe 10 lines of code, but it completely changes gameplay. Players must avoid that area or face consequences. One small script creates challenge, tension, and engagement. That's the power of simple code done well. Fact number 36. Leader stats track score with int values. Most games show player names with stats next to them. Points, coins, wins, whatever matters in your game. This is done through leader stats. When a player joins, create a folder inside their player object called leader stats. Inside that folder, add int value or string value objects for each stat you want to display. Name them points, coins, or whatever you like. Set their value property to starting numbers. Roblox automatically displays these stats next to player names in the player list. To change scores, just modify the value property. Add points when players collect something, subtract when they spend. Leader stats make progression visible and motivating. Players see their stats grow, and that growth drives engagement. Fact number 37. Use while loops for spinning platforms. Want a platform that rotates continuously? This is perfect for while loops. In a script inside the part, write a while loop that runs forever. Inside the loop, rotate the part C-frame slightly, then wait a tiny amount. The loop repeats endlessly, rotating the part bit by bit, creating smooth spinning motion. While true do loops run forever, perfect for continuous animations. Spinning platforms, moving obstacles, pulsing lights, anything that needs to repeat constantly. The wait function inside prevents the loop from running too fast and lagging your game. Small waits, smooth motion, infinite repetition. It's mesmerizing and surprisingly simple to code. Fact number 38. TweenService replaces clunky C-frame movement. When you want smooth, professional movement and animations, TweenService is your tool. Instead of manually updating positions frame by frame in loops, you tell TweenService where you want something to go and how long it should take. Handles everything else. Doors that slide open smoothly, platforms that move along paths, parts that fade in and out. TweenService interpolates between start and end states, creating fluid motion with just a few lines of code. It even supports easing styles, making movements feel more natural. Things can accelerate and decelerate, bounce, or move elastically. Professional animation with minimal code. That's the beauty of TweenService. Fact number 39. Remote events connect server and client smoothly. Some things in your game need to happen on the server where all players see them. Other things are better on the client, on each player's individual device for smoother performance. Remote events and remote functions let these two sides communicate. Player clicks a button on their screen, client side. That fires a remote event to the server. The server verifies the action is allowed, then updates the game for everyone. This architecture prevents cheating and keeps games fair. It seems complex at first, but the pattern becomes familiar. Client requests, server validates and executes. Everyone sees the result. Remote events are the bridge between individual experience and shared reality. Fact number 40. Celebrate every working script no matter how small. Here's our final thought. Every script that runs without errors is a victory. That hello world. Victory. That kill brick that works. Victory. That spinning platform. Absolute victory. Scripting has a learning curve, and it's easy to feel discouraged when things break. But focus on what works. Every working script represents problem solving, logic, creativity, and persistence. Save them, revisit them, build on them. Your first scripts become templates for future projects. That simple kill brick code becomes the foundation for complex damage systems. That spinning platform becomes the basis for moving obstacles. Each small script is a building block. Celebrate them all and know that you're not just learning to code. You're learning to bring imagination to life. Rest peacefully now with these scripting concepts in your mind. You've completed this journey through Roblox fundamentals. Sweet dreams, creator. Segment 5. Building better games. Continue your peaceful rest as we explore practical game development techniques that will elevate your creations. Fact number 41. Build 5-stage obbies daily. There's something wonderful about the simplicity of obstacle courses. 5 stages is the perfect number for daily practice. Not overwhelming, not too simple. Each stage can teach you something new. Stage 1 might be simple jumps. Stage 2 adds moving platforms. Stage 3 introduces timing. By the 5th stage, you're combining everything. Building these daily creates a rhythm, a habit of completion. Each obby takes maybe 30 minutes. By the end of a week, you have 7 complete games. 7 examples of your growing skill. 7 proofs that you finish what you start. Fact number 42. Use checkpoints with spawn locations. Nothing is more frustrating than falling in an obby and restarting from the beginning. Checkpoints solve this peacefully. Place spawn locations throughout your course. When a player touches one, it becomes their new spawn point. If they fall after that, they respawn at the checkpoint, not the start. This transforms player experience from frustrating to enjoyable. Players can take risks, try difficult jumps, fail and learn without losing all progress. In properties, set neutral to true so anyone can use it. Checkpoints are kindness built into gameplay. They respect your player's time. Fact number 43. Red kill bricks teach risk instantly. We talked about kill bricks before, but color matters. When players see a bright red platform, they instinctively know it's dangerous. No tutorial needed. Red means danger in our collective understanding. Make your kill bricks obviously red. Maybe add a glowing effect using neon material. Players will test it once, die, and learn. From that moment they know red means avoid. This visual language makes your game intuitive. Players learn by experiencing natural consequences. Red bricks scattered through your obby create visual rhythm of safe and dangerous. Navigation becomes instinctive. Fact number 44. Add jump pads with temporary jump power boosts. Sometimes you want players to reach high places without impossible jumps. Jump pads are the answer. Create a platform, maybe color it yellow or cyan to indicate it's special. Add a script with a touched event. When a player touches it, temporarily increase their humanoid jump power property to 100 instead of the default 50. Wait a moment, then reset it back. The player experiences one powerful jump, enough to reach that high platform, then returns to normal jumping. Jump pads add variety to movement. They create moments of excitement. And they're surprisingly simple to script. Just a few lines that dramatically change gameplay. Fact number 45. Moving platforms via tween or body velocity. Static platforms are fine, but moving ones create dynamic challenge. You have two main approaches. TweenService smoothly moves platforms between positions. Define start and end points, set a duration, and the platform glides back and forth. Or use body velocity, a physics-based approach where you apply constant velocity. It moves in one direction until something stops it. Both work well. Tweening is smoother and more controlled. Body velocity feels more physical. Experiment with both. Create platforms that slide horizontally, rise and fall vertically, or follow complex paths. Moving platforms transform static courses into living challenges. Fact number 46. Gameplay VFX like sparks add polish fast. Visual effects make everything feel more professional. When a player touches a checkpoint, spawn particle effects. Sparkles, smoke, glowing orbs, anything celebratory. When they touch a kill brick, maybe a small explosion effect. These effects take minutes to add but dramatically improve game feel. In the toolbox, search for particle emitters. Insert them into your game, parent them to important objects, and configure when they appear. Effects provide instant feedback. They make actions feel impactful. A simple obby becomes polished and engaging with just a few well-placed particle systems. Players feel the overall quality increase. Fact number 47. Use collision groups for advanced mechanics. Sometimes you want certain objects to pass through each other. Maybe platforms that players can jump through from below but land on from above. Or projectiles that hit players but not walls. Collision groups make this possible. You can assign parts to different collision groups and define which groups collide with others. Group A collides with Group B but not Group C. This enables advanced mechanics. Platforms that are solid for players but ghosts for moving obstacles. Zones that only certain players can enter. Collision groups open creative possibilities that seem impossible at first. They're physics rules you define yourself. Fact number 48. Test every 30 seconds, not every hour. We've emphasized testing, but let's be specific. 30 seconds. Build a small section, press F5. Test it for 20 seconds, press F5 again to stop. Adjust, improve, test again. This rapid cycle prevents massive problems. You catch issues immediately when they're easy to fix. That jump is slightly too far. You know right away. That platform is positioned wrong. Obvious in the first test. Waiting an hour to test means forgetting what you built and why. Problems compound. Fixes become complicated. Test constantly. Make it automatic. Build, test, adjust. This rhythm creates confidence and quality. Fact number 49. Use toolbox assets to prototype quickly. When testing an idea, you don't need everything custom built. Need a tree for your environment? Grab one from Toolbox. Need a car for a racing prototype? Toolbox has hundreds. Use these assets to quickly build a playable version of your idea. Test if the concept is fun. If it is, then invest time making custom assets. If it's not, you saved hours by prototyping with existing models. The toolbox is a library of possibilities. Use them respectfully and focus on what matters most, making your game fun. Polish can come later. Fun needs to be proven first. Fact number 50. Remix popular games and change one feature. Here's how you learn from the best. Play a popular Roblox game. Study how it works. Then recreate a simple version and change one key feature. Maybe it's a racing game but you add power-ups. Maybe it's a simulator but you add a story. Maybe it's an obby but you add a timer. This isn't copying, it's learning through variation. You understand why things work by attempting them yourself. By changing one feature, you create something new. Something that teaches you about game design. Every great creator learned by studying others and experimenting. You're following that same path to mastery. Rest peacefully with these development concepts settling in your mind. More knowledge awaits. Segment 6. Learning strategies. Let's continue our peaceful journey with proven strategies for faster learning and skill development. Fact number 51. Follow one tutorial playlist fully. The internet is full of Roblox tutorials. Hundreds of channels, thousands of videos. It's tempting to jump around watching one video here, another there. But there's wisdom in commitment. Find one complete tutorial playlist that covers basics to advanced topics. Then watch it all, in order, completing every project. This structured approach builds knowledge systematically. Each video assumes you know what came before. Concepts compound. By the end, you've built 5 or 10 complete projects, each teaching something new. One playlist, fully completed, teaches more than 50 random videos. Choose your guide, trust the path, and follow it completely. Fact number 52. Daily 30-minute sessions beat long marathons. You might think spending 8 hours on a weekend will make you an expert. But learning doesn't work that way. Your brain needs time to process, to consolidate information during rest. 30 minutes every day is more effective than occasional long sessions. Each day you practice, learn something new, then stop. While you sleep, your brain organizes that knowledge. The next day it's stronger, clearer. You build on solid foundation instead of cramming everything at once. Consistency beats intensity. Daily practice becomes habit. And habits become skills that last forever. Set a timer, build for 30 minutes. Then rest knowing you're progressing steadily. Fact number 53. Time yourself, build a stage in 10 minutes. Speed challenges sharpen your skills in unexpected ways. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Build one complete obby stage before time runs out. You'll work faster, make quick decisions, skip perfectionism. And you'll discover you can build more than you thought possible. The time pressure forces efficiency. You use keyboard shortcuts, you reuse parts with copy-paste, you focus on what matters. After the timer ends, you have a playable stage. Maybe not perfect, but complete. Do this regularly. Watch your speed improve. Watch your confidence grow. 10-minute challenges prove that creating doesn't require hours. Sometimes it just requires focus and a deadline. Fact number 54. Break projects into one mechanic prototypes. Big game ideas can feel overwhelming. A racing game with power-ups, customization, multiple tracks, multiplayer. Where do you even start? Break it down. First prototype, just make a car move. That's it. One mechanic. Get that working perfectly. Second prototype. Add one power-up. Third, create one complete track. Each prototype focuses on one mechanic, one challenge, one learning opportunity. This approach prevents overwhelm and builds confidence. Each small prototype works, which motivates you to build the next one. Eventually you combine them all. But you never felt lost because you always knew exactly what to build next. One mechanic at a time, one success at a time. Fact number 55. Record your screen and review mistakes. When you're building, especially when you're stuck, start recording your screen. Just use simple screen recording software or even Roblox's built-in recording. Build, test, try to solve problems, all while recording. Later, watch the footage. You'll see mistakes you didn't notice in the moment. You clicked the wrong tool. You forgot to anchor something. You tested without saving first. These observations are gold. They reveal patterns in your workflow, habits that slow you down or cause errors. Watching yourself work is like having a teacher point out exactly what needs improvement. It's objective feedback that accelerates learning more than you'd expect. Fact number 56. Debug by commenting out code lines. When a script breaks and you're not sure why, there's a simple technique. Comment out lines of code by adding 2 dashes before them. The code becomes a comment, it doesn't run. Start by commenting out half your script. Test again. Does it work now? Then the problem is in the commented half. Uncomment that section and comment the other half. Narrow it down. Eventually, you find the exact line causing issues. This binary search approach finds bugs fast. It's methodical, calm, effective. No panicking, no guessing. Just systematic elimination until you identify the problem. Then you can focus on fixing that one line instead of rewriting everything. Fact number 57. Ask specific questions in Discord servers. When you need help, don't just say, "My game doesn't work." That's too vague for anyone to help with. Instead, be specific. "My kill brick script isn't resetting players. Here's my code." The output shows no errors. Include screenshots, explain what you expected versus what happened. Share relevant code. Specific questions get helpful answers quickly. Most Roblox Discord servers are full of developers happy to help, but they need enough information. Being specific shows respect for helpers' time. It demonstrates you've tried to solve it yourself. And often, just writing out a specific question helps you realize the solution. The act of explaining clarifies your thinking. Fact number 58. Use free assets 90% of the time. Professional game developers use asset libraries. They don't model every tree, every rock, every sound effect from scratch. Neither should you, especially while learning. The toolbox has millions of free assets. Use them without guilt. Your job as a beginner is learning game design, scripting, and mechanics, not becoming a 3D modeler or sound designer. Use free assets to fill your games so they feel complete and polished. Later, when you have skills and maybe a budget, you can commission custom assets or learn modeling yourself. But now, while learning, let free assets carry the visual and audio load. Focus on making fun gameplay. Fact number 59. Track 3 new skills per session. At the end of each building session, write down 3 things you learned. Maybe you discovered a new keyboard shortcut. Maybe you figured out how arrays work. Maybe you learned how to change part transparency. Write them down, just 3 per session. This practice does 2 things. It forces you to reflect on what you learned, which strengthens memory, and it creates a growing list of skills. After 10 sessions, you have 30 new skills documented. Visual proof of progress. On days when you feel like you're not improving, read this list. See how far you've actually come. 3 skills per session. Small, trackable, undeniable progress. Fact number 60. Publish constantly. Feedback teaches faster. We've mentioned publishing before, but it deserves emphasis. Every project, no matter how small or rough, should be published. Not because it's perfect, but because feedback is the fastest teacher. Real players will find bugs you never noticed. They'll try things you never thought of. They'll tell you what's fun and what's frustrating. This feedback is priceless. It shows you what to improve, what to keep, what to cut. And each publication gets easier. The fear fades. The process becomes natural. You stop waiting for perfect and start iterating toward better. Publish today, improve tomorrow, publish again. This cycle creates growth faster than any tutorial ever could. Let these learning strategies settle into your peaceful mind as you rest. More wisdom awaits in future segments. Segment 7, User Interface Basics. Welcome back to our peaceful exploration. Let's discover how to create the interfaces that players interact with every moment. Fact number 61. Learn basic GUI with screen GUI, frame, and text label. Every interface in Roblox follows a simple hierarchy. In Starter GUI, insert a screen GUI. This is the container for everything players see on their screen. Inside the screen GUI, insert a frame. This is like a panel or window, a rectangular area you can position and style. Inside the frame, Insert a text label. This displays text to players. 3 objects, screen GUI, frame, text label. This structure is the foundation of every menu, every health bar, every button in Roblox. Master this hierarchy and you can create any interface. The screen GUI holds everything. Frames organize and group elements. Text labels, text buttons, and image labels display content. Simple, logical, powerful. Fact number 62. UDIM2 controls position and size with scale and offset. When you select a GUI element and look at properties, you'll see position and size. They use something called UDIM2, which might look confusing at first. But it's beautifully designed. Each UDIM2 has 4 numbers. 2 for scale, from 0 to 1, representing percentage of screen. 2 for offset in pixels. For example, position of 0.5 scale and 0 offset centers something on that axis. Size of 0.2 scale means it takes up 20% of the screen. Offset adds or subtracts exact pixels. This system makes GUIs work on any screen size. Phones, tablets, computers, all different resolutions. Scale adapts, offset fine-tunes. Once you understand this, positioning becomes intuitive and your interfaces look good everywhere. Fact number 63. Anchor points simplify centering with 0.5 values. By default, GUI elements position from their top left corner. This makes centering tricky. You have to calculate offsets and it's frustrating. But there's a property called anchor point. Set it to 0.5 and suddenly the element positions from its center. Now centering is easy. Position 0.5 with centered anchor point puts anything perfectly in the middle of the screen. No math, no guessing. The anchor point determines which part of the element the position refers to. Top left is 0, 0. Center is 0.5. Bottom right is 1, 1. Change the anchor point and positioning becomes effortless. This small property saves hours of frustration. Fact number 64. Text scaled makes text fit any screen size automatically. You've created a text label, typed your message, and it looks perfect on your screen. But on a phone it's too big. On a large monitor it's too small. Instead of manually adjusting text size for every screen, enable text scaled. This property automatically scales text to fit the text label size. The label stays the same size using UDIM2 scale, and the text inside adjusts to fill it perfectly. No more tiny unreadable text on some devices and giant text on others. Text scaled ensures readability everywhere. It's one checkbox that solves a major problem. Your interfaces become professional and accessible across all devices with this single setting. Fact number 65. Local script in Starter GUI handles UI interactions. Scripts in server script service control game logic. But UI needs to respond instantly to clicks and inputs. That's where local scripts come in. Insert a local script into Starter GUI or inside a screen GUI. This script runs on each player's device, allowing instant UI response. No network delay. When a player clicks a button, the local script detects it immediately. It can update displays, show and hide frames, play sounds. For things that affect the whole game, the local script can communicate with the server using remote events. But for pure UI changes, showing a menu or updating a counter, local scripts handle everything locally. Fast, responsive, smooth interfaces require local scripts. Fact number 66. Text button with mouse button one click creates clickable UI. Want players to click something? Use text button instead of text label. It looks similar but it's interactive. In a local script, you can detect when it's clicked. Reference the text button, then connect to its mouse button one-click event. When players click, your function runs. Maybe it opens a shop menu, starts a round, or closes a window. This is how every clickable button in Roblox works. The pattern is simple. Create the button, write the function that should happen when clicked, connect them together. From this basic pattern, you can build complex menu systems, shops, settings panels, anything interactive. One event, infinite possibilities. Fact number 67. Image label displays icons for polish and clarity. Text is functional, but images communicate faster. Health represented by a heart icon. Currency shown with a coin image. Actions marked with recognizable symbols. Image label lets you display images in your GUI. Find icon images in the toolbox or upload your own to Roblox. Insert an image label into your frame. Then paste the image asset ID into the image property. Suddenly your interface has visual interest and clarity. Players understand at a glance what things mean. Professional games use icons extensively because they transcend language and improve usability. Add image labels to your interfaces and watch them transform from functional to polished. Fact number 68. TweenService animates GUI smoothly for professional feel. Static interfaces work, but animated ones feel alive. When a menu appears, instead of popping into existence, it can slide in smoothly. When a button is clicked, it can shrink slightly then return to normal. TweenService works on GUI properties just like it works on parts. Tween position to slide elements, tween size to grow or shrink them, tween background transparency to fade in and out. These animations take seconds to implement but dramatically improve how your game feels. Professional, polished, satisfying. Players might not consciously notice smooth UI animations, but they definitely notice when they're missing. Everything feels more premium with TweenService applied to interfaces. Fact number 69. Billboard and Surface GUIs show UI in the 3D world. Not all interfaces need to be on the screen. Sometimes you want UI attached to objects in the world. A name tag floating above an NPC. A shop interface that appears when you approach a building. Damage numbers that pop up from enemies. Billboard GUI creates UI that faces the camera but exists at a 3D position. Insert it into a part and it hovers there in space. Surface GUI creates UI on the surface of a part, like a screen or sign. Both let you blend 2D interface elements into your 3D world. They're perfect for interactive objects, informational displays, and immersive UI that doesn't break the game world's feel. Fact number 70. Design mobile first. 80% of players use phones. Here's a reality that affects every decision. Most Roblox players are on mobile devices. Your game might look perfect on your computer, but if it's unplayable on a phone, you're losing most of your audience. Design with thumbs in mind. Make buttons large enough to tap easily. Don't put important buttons in corners where thumbs can't reach. Test on mobile, either using the device emulator in Studio or on an actual phone. Assume players have smaller screens and touch controls. When you design mobile first, your game works everywhere. When you design desktop first, you might alienate the majority. Respect your players' devices and they'll respect your game. Segment 8. Essential Wisdom. Welcome to our final segment of Peaceful Knowledge. Let these important lessons settle into your mind as you drift toward rest. Fact number 71. Unanchored parts ruin everything. This is perhaps the most common mistake beginners make. You build a beautiful platform, something you're proud of. You press play to test and everything falls. Your carefully positioned parts tumble into the void. The culprit? They weren't anchored. By default, parts obey physics and gravity pulls them down. Always check the anchored property before moving on. Make it a habit. Build something, anchor it, then continue. This one checkbox prevents hours of frustration. Unanchored parts don't just fall. They collide with other objects, causing chaos throughout your game. Anchor everything that should stay still. Fact number 72. Don't script before visual basics. There's a temptation to jump straight into scripting. Code seems like where the real magic happens. But resist this urge. Master visual building first. Understand parts, positioning, grouping, materials, colors. Build complete environments without any code. This foundation is crucial because scripting becomes easier when you deeply understand the objects you're scripting. You'll know what properties exist, what can be changed, how parts relate to each other. Scripting without building knowledge is like writing a novel without understanding grammar. Learn the language of building first. Then scripting becomes a natural extension of skills you already have. Fact number 73. Fix red output errors immediately. When you test your game and red text appears in output, stop everything. Read the error, understand what broke, fix it before continuing. Red errors don't go away on their own, they multiply. One error causes another, which causes another. Soon your output is full of red text and finding the original problem becomes impossible. But if you fix errors immediately as they appear, your code stays clean. You know exactly what caused each error because you just added that code. This discipline separates developers who struggle from those who progress smoothly. Red text demands immediate attention. Fact number 74. Ignore advanced plugins at first. The plugin marketplace is full of powerful tools. Advanced building plugins, animation tools, terrain generators. They're impressive and tempting. But as a beginner, they're distractions. Learn Studio's built-in tools first. Master the default workflow. Understand what you're doing manually before automating it. Plugins can become crutches that prevent real learning. You might use a plugin without understanding how it works. Later, when you need to modify it or the plugin breaks, you're stuck. Start simple. Build with basic tools. When you're comfortable, then explore plugins. They should enhance skills you have, not replace skills you haven't learned. Fact number 75. Test mobile view early. In Studio, go to the Test tab and find device emulation. You can test how your game looks on different phones and tablets. Do this early, not after everything's built. You might discover your UI is unusable on phones. Buttons overlap, text is unreadable, controls don't work. Finding this early means easy fixes. Finding it after weeks means painful redesigns. Test mobile view after every major addition. Make it part of your workflow. Build something, test desktop, test mobile, adjust, continue. This rhythm ensures your game works everywhere from the start. Fact number 76. Backup games weekly. Things go wrong. Studio crashes, updates cause bugs, you accidentally delete something important. These disasters happen. But they're only disasters without backups. Every week, go to File and Publish as a new place. Give it a date in the name. These backup copies are your insurance. If something catastrophic happens, you can open last week's backup and lose at most a week of work instead of everything. Weekly backups are 5 seconds of effort that could save months of work. Make it a ritual. Backup, then start your week knowing you're protected. Fact number 77. Read API docs for exact properties. The Roblox API documentation at create.roblox.com/docs is your encyclopedia. Every object, every property, every function is documented there. When you're unsure what a property does, don't guess. Look it up. The docs show exact data types, explain what each property controls, provide code examples. Reading documentation might seem boring, but it's precise knowledge. Tutorials are helpful for concepts, but API docs are authoritative. They tell you exactly how things work. Bookmark the docs, reference them constantly. They're the difference between understanding roughly and understanding exactly. Fact number 78. Join Dev Forum for real feedback. The Roblox Developer Forum at devforum.roblox.com is where serious creators gather. It's thoughtful feedback on game design, optimization advice from experienced developers, announcements about new features. The quality of discussion is higher than random servers. People there are building real games, solving real problems. When you share your work, you get constructive criticism from people who know what they're talking about. Join when you have something to show, even if it's small. The feedback you receive will accelerate your growth immensely. Fact number 79. Skip paid courses, free content is enough. The internet is full of courses promising to teach you Roblox development for money. But here's the truth. You don't need them. YouTube has thousands of hours of quality free tutorials. The official Roblox documentation is free and comprehensive. The community creates guides, shares knowledge, helps beginners, all free. Every skill you need can be learned without spending money. Save your money for assets later when your games need polish. For learning, free resources are excellent. The limitation is never access to knowledge. It's only your commitment to learning from what's freely available. Fact number 80. Don't rush perfection, speed builds skill. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. You'll be tempted to spend hours on tiny details, making one platform exactly right. Resist this. Build fast, build messy, build incomplete. Then publish it and build the next thing. Speed forces decisions and prevents overthinking. Creates volume and volume creates skill. You'll learn more building 10 rough games than one perfect game. Mistakes made quickly are caught quickly. Somewhere around game 15 or 20, something magical happens. Speed and quality merge. Your fast builds start being good builds. Don't pursue perfection. Pursue prolific creation. Speed builds skill, and skill eventually creates quality naturally. Rest now, peaceful creator. You've absorbed wisdom that will guide your journey. Sweet dreams filled with creative possibilities.